Hey guys, Adam here with AmericanMuscle.com. Today we're taking a closer look at, listening to, and installing our Borla ATAK axleback exhaust for the 13 and 14 GT and the 13 Boss 302. Now, if you're the owner of that 5.0 and you're looking to beef up the sound of your 5.0 to give it a more aggressive tone and a much louder volume, this is a great way to go without distorting the tone. Now this one in particular, as you heard from our sound clip, is gonna get the full 5 out of 5 on our loudness meter. That's just how Borla rolls with the ATAK. Now ATAK, or Acoustically-Tuned Applied Kinetics, is made to give you that higher volume without distorting the tone, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later on, comparing it to factory. Know that this guy is gonna have a deep, throaty idle and get a little bit raspier at the top end when you get to wide open throttle. Top end absolutely screams. It's got a very loud bark, but it's not gonna have the most ridiculous drone inside the cabin thanks to that ATAK technology when you're on the highway. So that's one of the bigger bonuses here with the ATAK system compared to other 5 out of 5 loudness meter exhaust systems. The other thing that's cool about this is 304 stainless steel, 2.75-inch mandrel bent tubing, 4.5-inch polished stainless steel /cut tips, all of which are top quality materials, the best you can get in the category, which is what we expect from Borla. Now, axlebacks in general are more affordable than a full catback, so you should look at this if you're not looking to spend the big bucks on a full catback for your 5.0, but instead beef up that aggression while saving your wallet some of the hurt. Now this one comes in right around 900 bucks, and the install, I'm gonna give 2 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. It's just a little bit more involved than, say, a cold air intake, right? You have to take off the brackets right above your mufflers to get this thing uninstalled. You wanna have very simple hand tools, and know at the end of the day, there's no cutting, there's no modifications, no welding. It is a direct bolt-on. Now I'm gonna take you guys through every step of the process, starting with getting our factory mufflers out of place. So what do you say we get started? Tools used in this install include an impact gun, extension, 1/4-inch ratchet, 13mm deep 1/4-inch socket, 13mm deep 3/8 socket, and a 13mm swivel socket is recommended. PB Blaster or WD-40 is recommended, as well as a hanger removal tool. First up here, guys, grab a 13mm socket. You're gonna loosen up the ball joint clamp right here, connecting your axle back to the over axle pipes. Grab a hanger removal tool and you're gonna pop out the factory hanger from the isolator just next to your tip. At this point, you can try to slide your axle back out of position with the clamp loosened and your hanger out of position, but you may run into this sway bar. Some models may be able to squeeze it out. On ours, it's a little tight, so what we're gonna do is actually remove this hanger bracket on the back end of your axle back. There's one bolt underneath and one on the side there. So I'm gonna use a 13mm swivel socket and just pull our axleback muffler out of the way to connect this. Now on the frame here, there's another bolt, a 13mm right there, holding on that bracket. Now you won't be able to get an impact gun in here, but we do have our 1/4-inch ratchet with a 13 socket. Now I'm gonna work this off and the exhaust is gonna wanna come down, so you can either try to hold it together or have a helping hand, just to make sure it doesn't drop on you. All right, now you can disconnect it and bring it all down together. Guys, once you have your right side done, repeat the exact same process on your driver's side, and then we'll be good to install. All right, so we got our factory exhaust off of our 2014 GT. We've got it next to our Borla ATAK axleback, and I want to show you guys some of the similarities, but mainly the big differences between the two kits, and really there are a ton. The factory exhaust, as you know guys, is really gonna muffle a lot of that sound. It's bringing down a lot of aggression due to all of the baffling inside of those mufflers. So it's really not the best for guys who want to maximize their sound. And the tips coming out the rear, they're nice. They're about 3-inch tips. They're not anything special, and they're not really polished too well, so they're not really standing out and bringing a lot of attention to the rear. Upgrading to the Borla ATAK changes that completely. The mufflers here, the ATAK mufflers, are acoustically tuned applied kinetics. That's the technology built in here, hence ATAK, which basically means that they're putting out the maximum amount of volume allowed by a muffler without distorting that tone. Sometimes when you get the loudest of the loud, you get something with extremely high drones, very high pitches, that can get really overwhelming, especially inside of the cabin. The ATAK muffler focuses on giving you that volume while also minimizing those higher frequencies to give you a really, really good quality, crisp sound. That's why I really go for the Borla ATAK. I really like them when it comes to 5 out of 5 on our loudness meter because they focus on that really high-tech technology. Now, aside from that, you're getting 304 stainless steel through a 3-inch mandrel bent tubing. Mandrel bent being a smooth bend in the manufacturing of the tubing to make sure there's no restrictions in that airflow. And 304 basically means it's the highest quality muffler, highest quality exhaust material you can get on the market. If you're located in a wintry weather area, maybe you see a lot of road salt in those snowy months like we do here on the East Coast, then you know that that salt can take a toll on the underbody, especially the exhaust materials. 304 stainless is known to be one of the most durable options in the category, so Borla's really making premium quality stuff. Out the rear, you're seeing a big change in tips as well. We're going from those factory 3-inch tips to 4.5-inch slash cut, really thick walled polished stainless steel tips. Also 304 stainless, so they're holding up. And that polish on top is more of a chrome. It's really reflective. It's got a lot of shine to it, and it's something that definitely stands out in comparison to your factory stuff. And guys, that's gonna make a night and day difference. It's also got the Borla name embedded in that exhaust material on top. Not a sticker, it's not gonna burn off. It's in there and it looks really good. The thicker walls give it a more beefy, aggressive look over something as thin as your factory tip. So even something like that makes a big difference. Now I wanna show you guys how this gets installed. We are gonna have to transfer over those factory brackets. They're pretty easy. We're gonna put them actually on the car first. The reason we leave them on the mufflers is to make uninstall easy, but putting these in is gonna be a lot easier because the mufflers are actually a lot smaller. The smaller mufflers make this life a little bit easier. So let's install those on our vehicle. And we're gonna take these off using a hanger removal tool. Now to get these brackets off, you wanna grab your hanger removal tool and you're gonna pop off the one that has this little end point. With that guy popped off, the whole thing will slide right out and you can transfer them over. Do this for both mufflers. All right, start here on our driver's side. What we're gonna do is take our bracket, and they are side specific, so make sure you're keeping true to what it was when it came off the vehicle. Grab those factory 13mm bolts, and you're gonna thread them in by hand to hold this bracket in place. The driver's side has 3 of them, passenger has 2. So we've got one on the bottom, one here on this top right corner, and then another on the top left corner. All right, and there is this little retaining pin that is making sure it's in the exact spot that it needs to be in. So you don't have to worry about it being off at all. Once it's in that spot and the pin is inserted, it's good to go. Tighten down with a 13 socket. Now for this last one, I like to use a ratchet just because it's in a really tight spot here on the frame. All right, now we can grab our muffler and the factory clamp to tighten this down. All right, so now we can insert our muffler, starting at the hanger above your tip. Using PB Blaster to lube things up will make life a whole lot easier for you. All right, once this one's inserted, go to the back and insert them into the other ones. All right, so this may be a little tricky, but slide your entire exhaust system backward to fit it into these hangers. All right, now you can tighten down your clamp, aligning your muffler. All right guys, once you have your driver's side complete, repeat the exact same process for the other side. That's gonna wrap up my review, install, and sound clip for the Borla ATAK Axleback exhaust for the 1314 GT and the 13 Boss 302. You can get your ATAK right here at AmericanMuscle.com.